Atiku Abubakar, presidential candidate of the PDP, and also former head of state Ibrahim Babangida have called for the arrest of this guy behind the name Lagospedia on Twitter. He championed an hashtag Igbo must go, and it is causing a lot of strife between Igbos and Yorubas, especially on Twitter. These men had to step in to call out the bluff of some of these Yoruba Ronu conservatives that is trying to cause division and also crisis between the Igbos and Yorubas, especially in Lagos. This is not the first time, not the second, not the third time. This has been happening over the years. Sometimes I want to believe that what happened in 1960, the 1960 something coup that was tagged an Igbo coup, would have been a propaganda from the Yoruba media, because the Yoruba controlled the media then. Looking at the kind of propaganda that is being carried out by some of these Southwesterners, you want to understand that these people have a calculated way of pushing an agenda to achieve their aim. What happened during Nzogo's time was a blackmail on Igbos. Pushing short an agenda could lead to tribal war, and it will cause genocide, pogrom. It will bring the country into halt. It will cause another type of war, because a tribal war is a very, very sensitive war. So these guys just comfortably in their homes, sitting on their chairs, just type and just say all sort of things. Igbo must go, asking that Igbos should be attacked, killed, and all sort have you. They must leave Lagos. But I just believe that these guys are not intelligent. They are not wise. They are not educated. They are not exposed. They are just illiterate with a phone. Because really, if you want Igbos to leave Nigeria or Lagos, you should push for a referendum or amendment of the constitution. Because you saying Igbo must go, you are trying to tell, you are committing treason, because you are dividing the country. The best way you can do this is to push for referendum and also amendment of the constitution. Because Igbos want to go really, but it is not this way you are pushing. You want a direct attack on Igbos when you are not doing the right thing. When the government, you're not telling your lawmakers in the Southwest and also lawmakers all over Nigeria, let's have a referendum, let's allow Igbo go. That's the right way to do it. Not just coming under your social media and start typing, because you are not educated. You are illiterate. You are not informed. Or if you are informed, you are trying to be evil and wicked. You can't just go into people's homes and start attacking them because they are Igbos. You are going to cause something that you will never ever recover from. This is not 1967. This is not 1967, whereby you could carry all sort of propaganda and blackmail and people will not point out what you are doing. People will not fish out your gimmicks, your tactics to paint Igbo black. You succeeded then in 1967, but now it's not going to be possible. Me, I've understudied the propaganda that the Southwest have been pushing for the past 4 years. I've studied the propaganda that the Southwest, especially, because they are very good at the media, whatever, what they do. They are very good at pushing evil propaganda on the Igbo. I understudied their handlers. I studied their influencers on social media, on and offline. Those that I know personally, I understudied them. They don't know I studied them. How they push propaganda. You cannot succeed with propaganda. Do what you need to do. Whatever that is going to make Nigeria great, with Oduduwa, Arewa, and Biafra, we are in support. Somebody said that even the person pushing the hashtag Igbo must go is helping Igbos because they really don't want to be in Nigeria. But don't do this and shoot yourself on the foot. When you are doing such a thing, be wise. Now, the real owners of Nigeria have come out to speak up against this thing, and this guy will be arrested. Atiku Abubakar and also Babangida, former head of state, have come out to speak against this thing. Also, Peter Obi spoke, but will not be as heavy as Babangida and Atiku Abubakar, calling for this guy's prosecution and arrest. The guy has stopped tweeting. The guy is on the run. You shot yourself on the foot. That's why when I say some of these Yoruba or know whatever, they are not wise. They're not enlightened enough, some of them, to do what they are doing. You are pushing hate. We know that there's hate. You have hate for the Igbo people. We know. That one is settled. But there's a way you push it systematically that you achieve your aim. You want to take over Lagos. Lagos, the federal government has invested heavily in Lagos, after the investment in Lagos, you want to send people away and take over Lagos. It is fine. It is fine. Then you Yoruba people, Yoruba lords will come and take over the businesses of all these guys that have developed the region. It is fine. But if you are pushing for this thing, go through the appropriate means. Referendum is the key. Let there be a vote. Vote Igbo out of Lagos. Let it be legally. Let the lawmakers do this. It is easier. You have representatives. Call on those representatives and tell them that we want Igbo to go. Then you achieve your aim. What you are doing would not work. You are attacking the media to the Lagos State government. You are attacking him for putting out that rejoinder, disowning the Lagos PD guy on Twitter. You keep on showing how unexposed, how unintelligent, how uneducated you are. You don't need to attack him. The Lagos State government or the Lagos State governor is constituted by the Constitution. And the Constitution is against what you are pushing. Lagos is a product of the Constitution. The Lagos State governor is a product of the Constitution. Boyega Akosile and his Oga, they are products of the Constitution. This is not regional system of government. This is not state. You are not controlling your state. This is not Oduduwa. Then you can do those things. But since it's a Federal Republic of Nigeria, you cannot do. It is not possible for you to push that agenda. I'm advising you, because we are not afraid if you want Igbos to leave Lagos. No, but do it the right channel. Do it the right channel. Help us. Help Igbos leave Lagos with the right channel. If you want to discard the 1999 Constitution, then good luck. If you want to undermine the 1999 Constitution, then good luck. Whatever you see, you take. If they arrest this guy, nothing will happen. Some people are saying all sorts. That's how they threaten people not to come out. No protest, no protest. They threaten. People came out to protest. I know that these guys are just making noise. I don't know why Atiku, former Vice President Atiku, or the head of state is amplifying these guys. They are noise makers. If you want to start attacking Igbos, you can go on. There's a law that binds everybody together. There's a law that puts everybody together. We are not here because we just want to be here. The Constitution provides for that. We are all bound by the Constitution. So if you think you are wise, I'm telling you what you need to do. I'm telling you what you need to do. We know that you people are propagandists. You Yoruba Runu, not all of them, some of them. They have taken the center stage and you are denigrating the image of the Yoruba people. You come and you just say all sort of things against a particular tribe and you think you are wise. You are just giving Yoruba a bad image. Since APC lost to Labour Party during the presidential election, and since APC got into power through President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, all this started. The real enemies in Lagos should be those that have been fighting Yorubas all along, which is the Hausa that have killed Yorubas. There's no time you've heard that Igbos and Yorubas are clashing. And Igbo come into Lagos, he pays, he hustles, pays taxes, rents house. If it's buoyant enough, he buys a house, he builds a house, he pays all your, he doesn't contravene your laws, it's law abiding. They are the ones that are now your enemies. Because they said they built Lagos, or because they said Lagos is no man's land. That is why they are your enemies. You have ulterior motive. The law gives you opportunity. It's your right to participate in elections. They participate politically, and you see them as your enemies. They follow the law of the land, and you see them as your enemies. You must have an issue with your brain. You must have an issue with yourself. So it is impossible for you to push the hashtag Igbo must go without revisiting the Constitution and also referendum. That is what Igbos have been calling for, referendum. Now, Yoruba brothers, you can help us push this agenda. But this Igbo must go, if you push it just like that without any constructive way or means of achieving your aim, you just shoot yourself on the leg. Now, this guy is on the run, he's nowhere to be found because he didn't use his brain. You think your hatred on Igbos will achieve anything. It's going to be on you. The joke is on you. One of the wealthiest tribe in Africa, we have the Igbos. These people are hustlers. These people are resilient. These people, they can stand the test of time. They are not afraid to venture. They are not afraid to take risk. They do all they can to survive. These are the people you are hating on. The Hausas, the Fulanis that have been killing Yorubas and ransacking communities, you don't look at those people as your threat. It is the Igbos. You must be having issues with yourself. Now, if you have your way and Igbo leaves Lagos, how do you intend to achieve that? Because you are already calling for the breakup of Nigeria, and that is treason. Yes, if you have your way and you start sending Igbo out of Lagos, how do you intend to achieve that without bloodshed, without attacks and all sorts of inhumane treatment? How do you intend to achieve that? You are putting two tribes at loggerheads, tribes that have been together for over 50 years without any sort of things. Until APC was defeated in Lagos State, that is when you saw these people pushing propaganda. These are propagandists. Sometimes I was not there in 1960s when they said the Nzogu, whatever, was an Igbo coup. I am now made to believe that the Southwest have been pushing propaganda since then, because that's their stock in trade, pushing propaganda. I will believe that that coup was not an Igbo coup. It was a media propaganda that wants to tarnish the image of the Igbos, to tag that an Igbo coup. 21 officers, 7 Igbos, 7 Hausas, 7 Northerners, 7 Yorubas, and you are tagging that an Igbo coup. And even the man from Delta State, you're not looking at the Delta people as like, but you're looking at the 5 Eastern states as people that must go. You're not really looking at the Delta people. So this, your propaganda format has casted. Now that the people that owns Nigeria have really come out to ask for your prosecution, let me see what happens in the nearest future. Yes, now you are attacking the media aid of the Lagos State governor who put out a report disowning such statement. You are attacking him, saying that he's not defending Yoruba. You people that are attacking the governor, you are uneducated lots. You know nothing. You know nothing. In fact, the governor would have asked him to do such. Yes, rejoinder, to disown such statement. He is supposed to, because we are in a democracy. We have the 1999 Constitution, which allows anybody anywhere to go to any place and live. So far, it does not contravene the laws of the state. These laws are there. You can't just let people defend you for being stupid or foolish. You're hashtagging Igbo must go. Does that make sense? In a democracy that has constitution, don't you read your constitution? Don't you think that doing such, you are putting yourself in danger? You'll be committing treason if you take any act. If you act on that hashtag and start sending Igbos out, going to houses, attacking Igbos, you are committing treason on Nigeria and the constitution. Why would the media aid of the Lagos State government be in support of you? Why would he support you? He is a constitutionally elected government that he's there because of the constitution, not because of you and your conservativeness or Yoruba Ronu. Like I said, the good people of Yoruba land should stand up and speak up against these people, because they are tarnishing the image of the Yoruba people. Yoruba people are sophisticated people. Yoruba people are people of timber and caliber. If you have seen Yoruba people, especially those that you see go outside of the shores of the country, if you have seen their achievement, you know that those ones shouting on Twitter and whatever, they are never to do well. Never well to do. You are calling on a program, on a tribe, the Igbo tribe. Well, this is not 1966 or 1967 that all this will fly. Your propaganda, whatever, your update don't cast. I went to the School of Journalism, and my lecturer who taught us propaganda is from the Southwest. He never taught us this propaganda. I never understood propaganda until APC got into power. Until APC got into power, I understood what propaganda was. So if you arrest Lagos PDN now, and some people say that they are going to go haywire, there's nothing you can do. You know why? Because the law binds everybody. We are bounded by the Constitution. This is not the regional system of government. If you are going regional, you can be effective. If it's the state thing, you can be effective. If everybody is manning their state, you can be effective in what you're doing. But this is a federal system of government. This is a federal system of government. You don't expect the immediate aid to the governor starts pandering to what you're doing. He might do that in secret. If you meet him personally, he might, yes, support what you're doing. But you don't expect him in the public to do such a thing. The Omoluabis of the Yoruba land should come up and speak up against these people. You are first a human being before you are Yoruba. The reason why you are Yoruba is to make your humanity better. The reason why you are Igbo or Hausa or Fulani is to make your humanity better. If your humanity is not better through your identity as Yoruba, Hausa, Igbo, your identity is rubbish. Don't let these people rubbish your identity as a human being. Omoluabi in Yoruba land. Don't let these people rubbish your identity as a human being. When you said hashtag Igbo must go, Igbos were not really coming out to reflect on that. They did their normal banter. It was when Atiku Abubakar came out and said that this guy must be arrested, that's when all these flames, it became popular. I saw that tweet 2 or 3 weeks ago, but it was non-consequential. It was just a child's play. I saw it as a child's play. When I see a tweet that will really make sense, I know this will make sense. I saw it as a child's play. The Igbos are not bothered by the hashtag Igbo must go in Lagos. So far that there's a constitutional provision that allows them to stay in Lagos, you cannot push them out of Lagos. So the owners of Nigeria, which is the North, came out and spoke against it, and some people are still not attacking the North for coming out to say these guys must be arrested. Atiku is there. Ibrahim Babangida, former head of state, Nigeria's head of state, has spoken out against that. That is only when you saw Peter Obi coming behind to speak against that statement against Igbos. You cannot achieve this. You need to go and if you want to carry out propaganda, carry out new updates, new kind of propaganda, because everything you do, people are understudying the trend you people are pushing. I'm understudying the trend these guys from the Southwest are pushing. Anything. Now, you want to gaslight the North. You want to gaslight the North. You want to put enmity between the Igbos and the North, because as at this point in time, the North have come to understand how this Yoruba, whatever, Southwest Ronus, how they think, how they do their things. They have come to understand, see their true color for who they are. Look at what El-Rufai said to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. You people sat down there and were just looking helplessly, trying to pacify him. But when it comes to Igbos, you unleash all sort of things. Denigrative statement against the Igbo people will not help progress in any country, in any place you find yourself. If there's hatred, we know that there's hatred for a particular tribe. The reasons why you are hating them, I don't know. I've tried to look for all reasons why you are hating on Igbo people. I don't know. I'm not talking because I'm an Igbo man or whatever. I'm more of a Yoruba person than Igbo. If you want to talk, if you want to look at that angle. Okay, careless statements. Igbo owns Lagos. We buy your land. We buy your land. Do this and do that. Is that the reason why Igbo must go, or is that the reason why you are saying we should attack them, go to their homes, kill all of them, and all sort of things? Is that the reason? That means you people are not enlightened. Probably you have not traveled out from the Southwest to other places to see life, and I don't think an enlightened person would make such statements. And some people are saying that if Lagos PD is arrested, heaven will fall down. There's nothing that will happen. If Lagos PD is arrested, he is arrested. He will be quizzed by whoever. But I don't think that we Igbos are shaking or you see, whatever that is going to help. I used to do it on my broadcast. Whatever that is going to help Nigeria to get to a place whereby dividends of democracy can come to the people, let it happen. If it means Igbo live in Lagos, let Igbo live Lagos. If that is going to be the solution to Nigeria, let Igbos live Lagos. Wherever we find ourselves, we develop, and we are people that have this tenacity to bear and also rebuild. We are rebuilders, whatever it is. We have this DNA in us to survive. So if it's to leave Lagos, we are going to leave Lagos. We are not. It is just that Atiku and Babangida are the ones calling out. They trying to preserve Nigeria. That's why they called out for this. Not that the Lagos state government don't know about this. Of course, the Boyega Kosile follows the page, so he must have seen that tweet. Not that we are not perturbed by what is going to happen, but whatever that is going to bring Biafra or Oduduwa or Arewa into place. If it's going to take this Lagos PDA guy to do such, so have it. Let him bring it on. Because human beings need to get the dividends of democracy. Because as a federal unit, it's going to be very hard for us to get development with this hate, ingrained hate in the minds of the people. I would believe that the coup called Igbo coup was a media propaganda by the Southwest, because we learn from history what the Southwest media have been doing of recent. We want to make me believe that calling that coup an Igbo coup was a propaganda. Most of them were lies. The protest against Jonathan, former governor of Ekiti State, Kayode Fayemi, came out to say that it was political. So that is the way Southwesterners want to push propaganda to have their way. Propaganda lies. You know, propaganda is another name for political lie. Take lie against the people. I've searched online for what the Igbos have done to provoke the Yorubas to wanting them to say Igbo must go. I've not seen any tangible thing that somebody reasonable will look at and say this is a fact. This is an evidence that we will capitalize on. Okay, from Ohanes and Igbo or from their leaders. The only thing I know that was said by Iwanyan was Yoruba rascals. Aside that, there's nothing else. There's nothing else. The real enemies, look at Lagos State. It is the Hausas, the Fulanis that have been having clashes with Yorubas. But at the end of the day, they don't find the guts to face them. They don't find the guts to face them. Somebody that has not fought with you, somebody that comes to your place, he works, pays taxes, he buys land, he does business, he rents house. He does not default in anything. When these tax collectors go on the streets, they pay their monies. They are the ones that have become a threat to you. People that are part of the development of your place have become a threat to you. Are you okay? Do you think you are okay at all? People that have not come to threaten your existence, they got involved politically. They had a choice. Politics is choice. They decided to choose a candidate that was not even Igbo. And because of that, you are threatened by their existence. You are not looking at people that have come to destroy, to kill you, that don't have much economic importance to you, that push barrows, that don't rent houses, that just constitute nuisance here and there, that have been clashing with you since time immemorial in Lagos. You don't see those people as a threat. It is now the Igbos that you see as a threat. It's unfortunate that the Omoluabis in Yoruba lands will not come out and speak. I'm not speaking this because I'm Igbo. I'm not saying it because I'm Igbo. I'm saying because I'm a human being. I look at humanity first. Humanity first before anything. Human beings have 2 eyes, nose, mouth, and body structure as human beings. First, we are human beings before Yoruba, Hausa, or Igbo. So if your Yorubaness does not amplify your humanity, which is being good, having a conscience, if your Yorubaness, your Yoruba identity, does not amplify your humanity, then that identity is rubbish. If your Igbo identity does not amplify your humanity, that identity is rubbish. So it will apply for Hausa and Fulani. We are first human beings. Let's think like human beings. Not all Igbos. I know there are some Igbos that have some funny characters. All you by God, whether Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba, go and park yourself one place. We are living on earth, and earth belongs to God, and human beings are supposed to be on earth. If you are carrying out the propaganda because of your evil, wicked attributes, you are not fit to be Yoruba. Because Yoruba does not stand for that. You Yoruba, Rono, whatever you call yourself, Yoruba should start speaking up against these people. your enemies are not the Igbos. It is the politicians that is putting the discord amongst you. These guys might be paid for whatsoever I care to cause this division. And when you cause the division, there cannot be progress. A city cannot develop on its own by its indigenes alone. Venice could not develop on its own. Foreigners were in Venice, in Italy, before it could develop. Babylon could not develop on its own. Other people were in Babylon. Lagos cannot develop on its own. Visitors or foreigners would be part of its development. No indigene can develop its state alone. That's why when you have states where you have more of those indigenes in that state, it doesn't get that kind of development. So a place where you have different nationalities, different tribes, you see development. So you cannot do without foreigners coming into your place to develop. Their problem, the issue with the Igbos is that they say, according to you, the allegation is that, yes, Igbo built Lagos. They are attacking President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and you are taking it personal. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He's not a Yoruba president. He's the president of Nigeria. So they have every right to tackle him. Because when they tackle him, some of these lots will come and take it personal as if he's attacking the Yoruba people. President Tinubu is a different person. You people are different. The Yoruba people are different. So mix up. In fact, let the powers that be do what they have to do. And if it should lead to we having Oduduwa, Biafra and Arewa, let it move in that direction. That's what we're praying for. If they start the Igbo must go now, let them start it. If that's what they want, let them go through the right channels. Adjust the constitution, let it be a referendum, and yes, Igbo will go. Yes, you don't want it. It is your land. Lagos belongs to the Yorubas, so can never be a normal land. Lagos belongs to the Yorubas. But you cannot develop on your own pace, and you cannot say Igbo must go. It is treason to say such. Fight for the amendment of the constitution and referendum. Then it will be easier for you to push for that. Everybody come into agreement. Speak to your lawmakers. Speak to your representatives in the Southwest. The Southeast also will all come together and push for a consensus on referendum. Then you can push for that. That's when you can achieve that. But coming out to just say hashtag Igbo must go, it does not make sense. It shows that you are uncultured. It shows that you are dull. It shows that you're not intelligent enough. It shows that you're not educated. It shows that you intentionally want to cause chaos and crisis. Maybe even if you are educated, you intentionally want to cause chaos and crisis. But it's not going to work. Don't put yourself in trouble. Follow through the right source so that we can have the Nigeria that will benefit everybody.